Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. I want to bring you a little update on Litecoin because I know we were up to about $182 and then we fell back down. I'm sure some of you guys were a little bit nervous about that or wondering what's going on. So I just wanted to bring this to you. So what we're looking at right now is Litecoin on the 1 hour chart. Okay, and I really want to break this down because like I told you guys, I'm a beginner. Many of you are beginners and I just want to be in this together with you. So yesterday or 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was, I saw this double top. Do you see kind of these tweezer tops where we went up, then we went back down, we made another attempt at it? This is when I sold. It was probably around 177, 178 or so because I saw that double top and I started to see the RSI going down in the MACD. You could see it starting to cross back down. So that was the time to get out of it because most likely we were going to have that pullback. And the pullback, remember guys, we started talking about if we're really bullish, the pullback could be to the 236 or it could be to the 382, sometimes the 50 or the 618, and then you also have the 0.786, which is down low, which is really, really deep retracement. But what we did, and this is on the hour chart, we retraced all the way down here to the 618. And you see this little hammer candle right here? Let me zoom in on it just a little bit for you guys. So we had that hammer candle, and you can see how we wicked down through, or a doji, I'm sorry, it was an actual doji. We wicked down through this 618 at $158, and what happened at that, we had volume come back in. Then we had a nice little candle here, and we've been moving back up, and now we are testing the 50, which is $163. So we're going to see if we power up through that and turn that into support, or if that's going to be resistance and we're going to bounce back down and maybe have tweezer bottoms here and test this again. So that's something I want you guys to really pay attention to. And you can see on the RSI how we were having these lower highs. You see that? And now we broke out through the trend and we started to move back up. Remember, when we break those trend lines, that's really significant. Okay, that's when we usually have a little break, and that's what happened. We went up through there. Now also guys, another reason I sold was, do you see up here the RSI got to, let's see, about 82, 83, so it was getting overbought. Okay, and you can also look at this right here. And let's draw a line just so you all can see. So we'll do a horizontal line. Do you see that? That was our resistance from back here. And what happened? We went up here, we hit it, and then we started to fall, and we had that bearish divergence. So that was another indicator of maybe you should want to get out of this and maybe potentially buy it back a little bit cheaper. And then the MACD, what we have here, we're starting to get that cross on the 1 hour. So that's good, but we need that good volume and that good follow through. We need some more volume than what's coming in right now. And then the histogram, you've seen it's in the negative, but we've also started to have a little bit of bullish divergence here. So right here, you can kind of draw that little line and it going back down. So that's important. And then we also have right here, this is our 55 EMA. This blue line that's running through, which is now resistance for us, and that's at around $167. So that's going to be another overhead resistance that we got to see. Are we going to break through this 50, come up and hit this, and then come back down and get a bounce off the 50? So guys, remember, you always have to have a plan. You have to have a plan for a positive or a bullish scenario, and you have to have a plan for a bearish scenario. And then let's also look at the 4 hour, because the 4 hour is really important. So there's a hammer candle. You can see that hammer where we wicked down into that 618. Okay, and then we went back up, and now we've had a nice bullish candle, and we're going to be testing, and we're actually up above it right now a little bit because that is at 163.87, and we just clocked over to 164. So let's turn that into support. That's important. Then let's look at the RSI as well. And guys, we've been moving up in this ultimate bull trend that we've had, this intermediate bull trend, which I want to go to a long-term bull trend. So a lot of the times when we peak up, you see these higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. We're going to have those pullbacks. So that's what I was anticipating. But I thought we were going to pull back to probably the 382, that 168, or to this top right here around 166. I didn't think we were going to go down as low as we went down to that 150. Let's see, the lowest we got was 157.65. So right here on the RSI, let's draw a little trend line, see what's going on. So you can see right there, we're still kind of hitting it. I want to get up through that. And on the MACD, we're just heading straight down. As you can see that, we need to get that hook. We need more volume to come in here, get a nice hook, and power back through it. So that's really important as well. Histogram's in the negative. So we'll see what happens, guys. It seems like it's getting better on the lower time frames. So like the 3 hour, starting a little bit to get a hook there. This is starting to move back up on the RSI. We have a decent looking candle. Let's check the 2 hour. And then the 2 hour, there's that. Okay. So a little bit of a hook on the 2 hour. So it seems like we're gaining a little bit of strength in the lower time frames, but we still need some good volume, guys. We need to get up through that. And what I did for the Fibonacci, for anyone who doesn't know, I took this low point and pulled up to these tweezer tops that we had, or that double top. And then that's where we're looking at this retracement here. Okay. And a lot of people most likely thought this was either a spinning top and that was going to stop around that 382 and then we were going to get a bounce, me included. I thought that could have been it, but we ended up breaking down through that and we headed down to that 618, which acted as support, which we got a nice little bounce off of. So I wanted to give this to you guys. Don't be discouraged, anything like this. It's healthy pullbacks. Remember, when the bull climbs, and then you're going to have that nice pullback, and then you're going to climb again. So remember, guys, also too, that all this is depending upon what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin really needs to hold above that $9,000 or things could get a little bit ugly for a short time. But I do feel like we're in an intermediate bull market and we are moving up. And that's something that I'm excited about and just really thrilled. And I just want to show you kind of how I set up my screen. I look at a lot of support and resistances, Fibonacci levels. You saw this trend channel that we are in that we need to get back up into. Look at that, volume, RSI, MACD, and especially candles. I'm really big on candles. So those are the main things that I look for. There's some other ones I'll get into, that Bollinger Band and some other stuff like that. And obviously moving averages, the 55 EMA, I like looking at the 200, and I like looking at the 50. And the 200 especially because, like I said, I'm more of a swing trader investor. I'm not so much into that day trading, different things like that. So God bless each and every one of you. Let's continue to keep an eye on this. I missed you guys yesterday, but it was just a beautiful Sunday, and had a great time at church and with my family. So I just need to take a little bit of time off and come back strong for you guys. But let's stay in the books. Let's keep studying. Let's keep learning. And it's just such a privilege to be here to be able to talk to you guys. And let's hope we can get some good volume in there, because I really don't want to go back down to that 150, those type of areas. So let's get this moving, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Take care. I'm sorry for rambling, but I wanted to give you an in-depth look at my charts and kind of how I do things and what I'm looking at. And you can see one last thing. Remember here, look at that climb that we had, guys. That was a beautiful climb on the RSI, but once we got to that 80 or so, we started to have that over bought conditions. And another good thing, now that I'm looking at it for a second, if we go to this horizontal line, do you see the 40 right there? We're back up above the 40, so that's really important. We didn't want to get trapped under the 40 and start bouncing off that and having that become resistance. So it's good to see us up above that 40 on the RSI. On the 2 hour, let's see it on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we're at 47, and then let's check the daily. Daily, we are at 56, which is good. Then the 1 week. 1 week we're at 52, guys, and you can kind of see here this little bit of a hook on the weekly that we've been having, but we need the follow through. We don't want to come up here and then start flattening out and then drop back down. So really important, pay attention to it, guys. Leave your comments down low. I'll try to get to them the best I can. God bless each and every one of you.